It's that time of the year. It's rumor time. Nintendo had an amazing year in 2023 with the release of the 10-year wait of Pikmin 4, the surprise shadow drop of F-Zero 99, new Super Mario Bros. Wonder, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and lots of remasters like Super Mario RPG. But one of the things that the Switch has had success with was that Breath of the Wild quote-unquote moment that games like Super Mario Odyssey had, and bringing in some fresh ideas to the core gameplay for Nintendo's established franchises like Mario and Zelda, who have been going on for more than 30 years. And not only have these titles been getting that much needed moment and eventually becoming evergreen selling titles on the Nintendo Switch, there's been a lot that have been neglected, especially with Nintendo's historic catalog and franchises that have been left behind from previous generations.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Come on, Nintendo, where's Kid Icarus Uprising Remake?
Whoa!
And here we have a space pocket. In you go.
Okay.
However, lately, Nintendo has realized that some titles needed that AAA love, and it needed some breath of fresh air, like Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which normally has been a 2D platformer, finally had a huge 3D overhaul in terms of gameplay, something fresh, something new, that made it innovative and that brought it into the limelight, just like Breath of the Wild. Because, as we all know, the Legend of Zelda series needed it desperately when Skyward Sword was the last mainline game that was criticized for not pushing things forward enough. So in this video, I'm going to talk about all the rumors and my wants and my wishes, and just have fun with games that Nintendo seems to ignore, especially a lot of my favorites that I grew up with, and see what kind of game they can bring while talk about the rumors of these potential games coming out soon for the Nintendo Switch or the successor. But before we get started, my name is Ivan Florentino Ramirez, and if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, ring the bell, leave a comment, and let's get to it. Hearing rumors that a next Nintendo Direct that's happening in February will be happening, because if you take a look back at Nintendo's prior ones, they usually do happen in February. However, because the rumored Nintendo Switch 2 is hopefully being released soon, will this Nintendo Direct be a full-on first-party showcase, or with smaller AA titles, some third parties thrown in here and there, some indie titles, and some smaller Nintendo games? We're not sure about that just yet. They have been releasing some games like Freedom Planet Part 2 to fill out that schedule for this year. However, within the past few days, there's been a lot of rumors of things like a brand new 3D Donkey Kong game hopefully being revealed for the Switch 2. We haven't had a full-on 3D Donkey Kong game since Donkey Kong 64, all the way back on the Nintendo 64. It is being worked on from the Super Mario Odyssey team, so that's going to be exciting, because we all know that New Donk City is one of those levels that it made sense that I hope for Donkey Kong to make an appearance in that game as well. But if it is being done by the Odyssey team, I have full faith that they're going to release something crazy and something polished. And also another rumor that's been going on is a brand new Star Fox is being worked on supposedly for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I've actually played every single Star Fox game dating back all the way to the Super Nintendo, with its fun combat gameplay and simple polygonal graphics.
The first and only game powered by the Super FX microchip. Danger, 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 danger. Why go to the next level when you can go light years beyond? You are Foxy Cloud in Star Fox, only for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
And one of my personal favorites, and the majority who have played the series, Star Fox 64. And I am a defender of Star Fox Zero in some of the gameplay, not the controls as much. However, if there is a rumor of a new Star Fox game, I'm super excited to see what direction they're gonna take it into, and if it's gonna have its quote-unquote Breath of the Wild moment that this fan favorite series desperately needs. The same with F-Zero, Kid Icarus, Punch-Out, but more deservedly something like this with sci-fi elements, and hopefully Shigeru Miyamoto and the team find some kind of hook, some kind of gimmick that doesn't stray away from what we loved before, which is an on-rails arcade shooter and some quirky furry characters, cheesy dialogue, however well executed with great voice acting like Star Fox 64, great combat, huge bosses, and what the Starlink version of the Nintendo Switch game, which introduced Star Fox characters, had in mind, and take some of those elements and build it into a complete full idea.
Let's rock and roll, boys.
Finally, for the last rumor, hopefully this is one of my fingers crossed that we get more news for Metroid Prime 4. Will this game be a cross-platform game? Will it be released on both the Switch and the Switch 2? I know this will be a divisive decision if they just release it for a brand new console, because people have literally been waiting since the Switch released way back in 2017. Hopefully it is a cross-gen, and if they do release it on a new hardware, that it runs a lot better, obviously, and the visuals look amazing. And me being a huge Metroid fan, I can't wait to see if we're gonna get more news this year. But there is some hope for these other Nintendo franchises, because we've been getting a lot of Metroid love with the return of Metroid Dread for a 2D side-scroller Metroidvania, which was amazing, and the rumored HD remaster of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes and Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Not to the level of Metroid Prime. Hopefully they do get some love with the full-on texture rework. Rumor has it that those two have been completed for quite some time. Now they just need to release them. So that's all the news that I have for everyone here today. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys are excited for. All of these rumors for Metroid Prime, Star Fox, and even the 3D Donkey Kong game. And if you like this video, please hit that like button because it will help out my channel greatly. Leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching, and see you later. Bye-bye.